Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get rough. Cause it can get rough. Cause it can get rough.
Ay, please don't play no games with me, I promise I'm too much. Ay, I can never let up even if you had enough. Ay, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough. I had enough, it ain't luck. I needed a vision, I needed ambition, I needed a mission to beat in submission with no intermission. I see the collision, the crash and the distance ain't coming off track, no. Now when they ask what's the motive, don't talk, I just show them. They all about to see what I mean in the moment. I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm keeping it rolling. They already know. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get rough. Cause it can get rough. Cause it can get rough.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. This my vocation, now I got rollies, all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Squatting on bed like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, yeah. I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna bring me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned it.
All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get the party started here. Lot to do with IAE and all that. Welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We are live in the verse tonight on the hotfix. PU, by the way, not the standard one. And we're starting out in Microtech tonight. We're gonna go out to NYX. And we're gonna try everything. Couple of new ships out there. Let me know in chat if you guys want me to take the Drake Clipper out there, or if you want me to call up the Perseus and take the Perseus out. Doesn't matter to me. It's whichever ones you guys want to see. Let me know in chat. Let me know how everything is for you guys. Audio, video, all that. Want to make sure we're not blowing you guys out here. So what we'll do is we'll head out to our hangar here. And I'm running the NVIDIA overlay top left-hand corner large for you guys. As large as that one will go anyway. So we'll grab the Metro Loop. And I was at IAE, so I'm not armored up or anything. So what we'll do is we'll grab a ship and grab a store all and get some stuff. Just so we don't miss that one. And glad to have everybody on tonight. I'm excited. It was funny, everybody at IAE sporting all their either purchased or looted armors, and I'm just walking around in some cargo pants and boots. So we're gonna try and do a little bit of everything tonight. We'll do a little scraping, we'll do a little cracking, and we'll do a little bit of trucking. See what we can see here. And hopefully everything's looking good for you guys out there in the verse. And let me make sure everything is good on my end here. All right. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that that gear icon and kick it up to 2160p. All right, the elevator could, there we go. Got to click the button here. There we go. So what's it going to be, folks? Clipper or Perseus? Which one? I've already been in the Perseus, so I'm kind of leaning towards the Clipper tonight. There we go. All right, I think what we're going to do here is a couple of things. One, I want to get my hull C configured. We'll get that delivered so we can get the proper components on it. And then let's go ahead and get the Clipper called up here. And we'll get that delivered. We're going to try some space trucking tonight. We're going to mine in the Golem tonight. And hey, Tim, welcome to the stream, buddy. We'll do the Clipper. And we're going to try some scraping in the brand new RSI salvage machine. So I'm looking forward to that. Not a big salvage guy, but I want to give it a try anyway. And you guys don't give me too much trouble here. I don't have my don't have all my furniture out yet. All right, let me just make sure I got some good stuff on the Hull C here. We'll go with the all black. And let's see for shield generators. We're running C industrials, so we'll run A's. Got plenty of those. Dang, four shield generators on this bad boy. And we'll do the B industrial, the Agni. It's actually faster than the A. Just a little bit less range, so no big deal. We'll throw some Durangos on this bad boy. And coolers. Let's go with the Chill Maxes. So we'll just A-grade out the whole thing. And let's go back to propulsion. I hate it when this happens. It's like you have to unequip it first and then come back. Anyway, we'll fix that later. Okay. So what we're going to do now is let's get a store all called up here. And let's do an 8 SCU. I think I should be able to get an 8 SCU in the Clipper, right? We should be good. Not going to do anything crazy on armor here. We're just going to go. I wish they would really allow us to sort this by heavy versus medium. Yeah, we'll take one of these. I like that. And now we just need a good heavy torso here. Let's make this life a little bit easier for ourselves. Now we got the helmet. Let's go with the core. That'll free that, make that a little bit easier here. Oh yeah. No, we're not going to run the Overlord tonight. And I don't want to run any of the Geist stuff either. Do I have one page of this? Okay. And I'm not going to be a dork and run the pay armor on you guys tonight. I thought I had a nope. Yeah, one of these days there's the Corbell armor. Let's run with that. In fact, we'll just get rid of this helmet. We'll run the Corbell helmet as well. We'll just run that full set. Why is this happening? All right. There we go. Then we'll get a weapon, and I can pick up ammo and everything else out in Levski or wherever we end up. So we'll do that when the time's right. And I'm really excited about the Clipper. I've been hearing great things about it. They've had a couple of winners lately. The Shiv is really fantastic. I'm really loving that ship. Spent a lot of time in it now. A lot of time. The Shiv is like my go-to now, believe it or not. All right, we're just looking for that Corbell. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do stuff by... I wonder if we can sort it. I wonder if it sorts it by alphabetical. No, of course not. That'd be way too easy. But it worked out in our favor anyway. Okay, let's go legs. All right. Very nice. And let's, I think I'll just go ahead and wear this stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, just in case I get popped on my way in. I just want to make sure I hold on to this stuff here. All right, let's throw on an undersuit. We'll throw on some heavy armor just in case we run into... Oh my, why is this sitting down here? Let's get this over here. I love it when this happens. Okay, now we're... Oh, because we got to take the boots off too. Let's try this again. Sorry for that view, guys. Okay, we're going to get some inventory up here. What's the... Try this again. Inventory is coming up slow. All right, let's try this again. You can tell I don't run civvies too much. All right, really liking this armor. It looks good. It performs well. Okay, let's get a heavy backpack going here. Just in case we decide to do some of the Vanduul smuggler missions, you know. Want to make sure we're ready. We'll just roll with... There we go, something that matches. And let's grab my favorite weapon of all weapons in Star Citizen right now. Let's go ahead and close these containers out. Gotta have this weapon. Actually, I'll take a paramed as well. Why not? Even though we, strangely enough, we have a med bed now in this new Drake Clipper. That's why I ended up buying it. I was like, you know, it seems like a no-brainer to have a utilitarian ship like that where you can move a little bit of cargo. Oh, wow, that's a nice one. But that's not my favorite. This is my favorite right here. All right. Where you can move cargo. You have a medical bed in case you get hurt. And you can make it back to your ship anyway. And let's go ahead and let's go for... let's see, what is this? A 2X holographic? Yeah, let's throw that on there. Perfect. And a laser pointer. Let's go with that too. And then for utility, let's see if it'll show me. I actually don't like carrying the max lifts anymore. I just carry a just a standard pyro multi-tool now. And we'll go ahead and throw that on there. Okay, I think we're all set. All right, so let's go check out the Drake Clipper. Oh, okay, we got weapon, pyro multi-tool, paramed, and I can pick up armor, or I can pick up ammo in Levski. So let's go check out this Drake Clipper. Not a bad price either, honestly. But anyway, between the Clipper and the Shiv, they've been doing a really good job of actually releasing ships into the verse that are useful. There was a ship they released a while back, and I'm not going to mention what it is, but let's just say it's primarily for fueling, and that was a long time ago, and we still don't have a lot of fueling gameplay, if any. You know, this one right here, I'm going to take you guys through this one real quick because it is, first of all, I love the way it looks. It's classic Drake. Oh yeah, look at that. Got a ramp, right? So you got a little cargo area in here, which can be useful for 1 or 2 8 SCU store-alls, right? Look at this. Look at the colors and the detail, the flashing lights, the moving fans. I mean, they just really... Now I say 2. Actually, there might be room for more if this is cargo grid right here. I haven't tried this yet because I just bought this ship. So Anyway, all this should be storage space. So anyway, this is what happens. You go up this ladder and watch that hatch open, and then check this out. Well, Tim, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to do salvage, then obviously the Vulture is the way to go. But for like an all-purpose machine, look at this. You got a digital medical assistant, a DMA on board. Right, you can lay down right here. Let's see if this actually works. Beautiful. Watch. And you can transfer your imprint to the Drake Clipper. How about that? That is pretty freaking sweet, I have to admit. And no, return the game. And if you're dehydrated and you don't have any cruise locks on you, look at that, right back to 99. I mean, this ship is having that medical bed, and then watch this. So there's the elevator, and then you go up another level. Oh yeah, that's right. There's the cockpit. And then look at this. You can bed log. You can bed log from this ship, right? And then look how cool this is. Look at what they've done here. You have all your component access. And what is that? Engineering station, which when they say coming soon, they don't mean like next year. But yeah, look at this. So you got a medical bed. Turn the lights off. You got a regular bed where you can bed log in this ship. I mean, it's like a little mini mothership. All right, let's get in the cockpit. Sorry guys, I'm trying to focus here. Oh yeah, and look at this classic Drake. Gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, I'm just really impressed with the last few ship releases. So I'm not trying to be fanboyish, but I have to admit this has been pretty dang good. All right, let me go ahead and let's get you guys to an external view real quick. Oh yeah, look at this beast. Oh, that is... Oh, look at the lights. That's pretty sweet. See how they flicker when they come on? I mean, it's just little details like this where it just, you know. And then I know what everybody's wondering, and we're about to find out. Watch this. We're going to take the gear. All right. Watch the gear. Oh yeah, and you were wondering, do those wings fold down? And yes, they do. Now I'm running HDR. Oh yeah, the lights are sweet. Anyway, I'm running HDR out here, and sometimes, and I found out, especially at Orison, that HDR doesn't work incredibly well yet. That implementation out there. So, and the same thing holds true at New Babbage in the dark. So just an FYI. I'm really digging the Clipper, Tim. I got to tell you, buddy. All right. So I believe we're going to need to stop at the NYX jump station. And pick up, we'll stop at NYX Gateway and we'll pick up a jump drive. Oops. Let me let's choose the one actually in the part of the universe where we're at. There we go. All right, we have our destination selected. Look at that. Gorgeous, isn't it? So, if I were going to start a salvaging career, Tim, I'd obviously want to go with the Vulture. You know, in terms of actual making money, that ship will ROI out for you for sure. If I'm going around doing bunker missions, if I'm exploring the universe, if I am doing missions with friends, if I'm doing light cargo transport, you know, if I want to move stuff from maybe Stanton to NYX or from NYX to Pyro, I think I'm going to climb in the Clipper. And I'm going to go everywhere with this thing. All right, let's go ahead and get the quantum drive spooled up here. And it handles, you know, it handles okay. It's not terrible. All right, let's go ahead and get the pitch up so we can get into a decent escape velocity here. Yeah, but just look at this Clipper. It's just classic Drake all the way. And I love the visibility out of this thing too. Really good. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I just like the Clipper. It's good. So we'll stop and pick up a jump drive. Really cool paint. Overall, super cool. Oh my, this is going to take a little bit of time. I did upgrade the quantum drive on this thing, so... All right. And I'm going to work on another issue here real quick while we're in transit. I'll be right back with you guys. So I was looking at Urkel.games, and it turns out that the B grade quantum drive for this particular ship, I think, is faster than the A grade. It just has a little bit less range, so you got to refuel more often. So I took more speed, especially when we're talking about popping out from Stanton to NYX, NYX to Pyro. I mean, and let's get you guys to the external view on this ship. Just so cool. So it's got the Drake wings that we're used to now. And I can't get over it. I mean, it's the little things that they do in Star Citizen. It's like these lights flickering when you turn them on. See that? You know, it's little teeny details like that that just really keep me engaged. And let's see what, ooh, we don't want to, I wish they would fix this MFD bug though. I wonder if it's because where you can't really see where your power allocation is until you change it. Let me see if I need to UI aspect modifier. Maybe if we fix that, because I am running at the widest display, the widest aspect I can in game here. All right, let's see. Yeah, see that? That's weird. So we have 6 of these since I upgraded all the components. And of course, we're not in the standard SCM mode right now, but still. Wow. Really well done. Really liking this. She's not pretty, but like I said, with that, between the med bed and being able to bed log in this ship, carry some cargo. You know, I was wondering, let me take a look here. Let's see what kind of storage we have here. Yep, so we have that. And there's our restroom. You can turn the lights off and kind of get that cool effect. Really pretty cool. Yeah, just really sweet. So you got some storage here, 650K. So plenty of storage on board if you're out on looting missions. And then of course, there's the hatch. And so what we'll do is we'll put some more gas in the clipper here and put a jump drive in it real quick. Lots of missiles. But the visibility out of this thing is just really something else. Pretty cool, actually. All right. It is a long haul from New Babbage all the way out to the next gateway. That is for sure. All right. And so we're 24 out. And I haven't fired the weapons on this ship yet, so I just want to see it real quick. So we got a combination of energy and ballistic. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Not bad. And there's our jump point, and there's our station right there. So let's go ahead and one thing I do need to fix real quick here. Game settings, we need to scroll all the way down. Default HUD. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes on the course predictor. And then we need to run into here real quick on the HUD and turn this on. That way I have a better... There we go. This whole thing is shaking. Interestingly enough, you don't have to manually deploy the wings. All right, nice chilled out. We get the cruise control off here, and let's get our vector indicator in the right spot. So man, this thing actually is pretty maneuverable. And let's go ahead and get the landing gear down here. And that's so cool how the wings. And it doesn't have some of the weaknesses of its larger cousin, like the wings don't stick way up above the hull of the ship. But in true Drake fashion, when the wings are not deployed, you don't have all the stuff you normally would. Not my best landing, I have to admit. All right, let's go ahead and fill up on some gas. No service on Quantum, huh? Really? All right, so check this out. Where is the... I guess you just... There, that was the top level right there. Here's our medical. Right here. And then we go down again to the bottom. So you go up 2 flights of stairs, 2 flights of ladders, I guess, to get into the bay here. Very, very cool. Now I just need to figure out where the dang button is to deploy it. Right there. Oh, that's the lights. And that, my friends, is the Drake Clipper. What a cool ship. Like I said, she's not pretty, but very practical. Okay, let's get her stored, and let's make sure that we... A lot of people are asking about the Golem auec, because I just released a video on the channel about the Golem mining ship. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a review on that one or not. I haven't decided yet. All right, so what we'll do is we'll run up to the lobby here, run up to the Galleria. I believe there's a Platinum Bay out here. And this, I'm not familiar with this floor setup, so you guys will have to be patient with me while I look around a bit. I think we're going to be going this way. This looks right to me. And yep, there they are. Getting really good performance in the PU right now. You know what? Let me make sure, though, before we go all the way up there, that I actually stored that ship. I don't think I did. And that's going to be a bummer. Let me run all the way out here real quick. Yeah, we did. Okay, stored. All right. Yeah, really fantastic performance in the PU right now. I have this machine. I have the 5090 here limited to 120. I don't see a lot of value add in going up to 200 or 250 and pushing the GPU utilization up to 95% and generating all the heat when it doesn't really get me anything. So right now I have this limited in the NVIDIA app to 119 frames per second. Okay, let's go ahead and buy a couple of these jump drives real quick. So we'll go to propulsion. I believe it's an Explorer that we're putting in the, we'll buy a couple of those. And we'll buy a couple of Excelsiors just in case I have this problem again. I don't have to come all the way out here. And a couple of Exodus jump drives as well, just in case I end up with a Hull C or something. Perfect. Now when we go to our clipper, we should be able to go ahead and equip this thing. There it is. Fantastic. All right, we're done. Yeah, let's get the heck out of here and head out to Levski. And I already have a Golem staged out there. I believe I have a Prospector out there as well. Let me know if you guys want to see some Golem mining or Prospector mining tonight. The mole, strangely enough, it's IE, and the mole's not working again. Like it seems to have a problem every year. Last year, I think it had a problem collecting, so you couldn't collect in it. This year, you can't change out the mining heads. It's just always something during IE with the mole. So there's our clipper right there. So we can start out with some mining first, or if you guys want to see the new RSI salvage machine, we can get that out. It's up to you guys. All right, let's try the elevator this time. Something terrible just happened. All right, and up we go. There's the first level. And look at this. Look at what they did here. That is just so cool. The heat effects and everything. There's our medical bay. Here in the clipper. We go up another level. And finally we're at the top. And there is a pilot seat. And I thought, oh, it was here's our bed. Another engineering section here. Bathroom. Oh, nope, that's storage, sorry. That's the bathroom right there. So very useful ship. I'm not sure they would have sold a ton of these if they didn't have the medical bed, honestly. The medical bed is really what put this thing over the top for me. And I like everything Drake puts out. I'm flying the Drake stuff a lot more than the Origin stuff these days. Whether it's the Corsair, the Cutter, now the Clipper. No VTOL mode on those engines. Let me see if I can refill this up on gas here. No, I cannot. So that's going to put our quantum. And then watch these lights, guys. It's like I said, it's always these little things. Yeah, that's so cool how they kind of flicker. All right. One thing I want to check on real quick is to see if they have a pad here that I can. If anybody happens to know, if you're in chat, let me know if there's a pad out here that we can land on to refuel. I guess worst case scenario is we can try refueling at the Levski jump point here, but once we get through, I just generally don't like going out with half a tank of fuel. So there's another. All right, well, we'll see if we can get out there. Yeah, look at this QT fuel right here. This is not great, and we can't refill. We can't refuel out here. So we're going to have to refuel at the next stop. And she'll move at almost a kilometer a second here. I got that field of view maxed out for you guys on the stream. Okay, let's get that vector indicator in a place that I'm comfortable with here. There we go. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, they call it the course predictor. I just call it a vector prediction right here. The interesting thing about the jump gate out here in Stanton-Delevsky is you got to watch out for these asteroids. They're right in the path. And look at all the ships out here tonight. Amazing how many live players we have. Just loving the visibility out of the Corsair here. Multiple Perseus out here. Persei? Is that what you'd say? I don't know. All right, off we go. I've taken the Perseus through the jump gate a couple of times, and let me tell you, I've been backtracked at least once. Just because the thing is not incredibly maneuverable. But we may take the Perseus out on a bounty tonight, just for the heck of it. Maybe on a low risk. I'm curious to see how the PDCs do. In fact, there's one mission where you get jumped by a ton of bad guys. I think it's the Vanduul smugglers mission, or the precursor to it at least. All right, we basically have no fuel. Let me see if I can get to Levski without refueling here. I'm probably not. Oh, wow. It's saying I can. Okay. Let's see what happens. And let me find out what happened to my background music here. What's going on? All right, we'll be at Levski soon. And let's see what happens when we get there. Gorgeous. Amazing. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. She's moving at almost 1 kilometer a second. 999 meters a second. Wow. Getting really good performance out here in Levski tonight. Pushing 100 plus FPS. Smooth motion on. And let's try not to smack an asteroid while I'm in external view for you guys. There she is. Okay. And let's do our decel maneuver. And let me pop down here to a landing pad. Oh, let's try not to red out here. She can maneuver too. All right, where are our landing pads? Right here. There goes a, looks like a Perseus. Everybody's on the landing pads because everybody has to refuel. I was hoping they'd fix that bug in the hangars, but since I'm seeing a ton of ships right here, I'm guessing probably not. So let's take a look here. Do a nice easy landing, no big deal. Got a C1 sitting there. Looks like we got, what else is sitting here? All right, let's see if we can get refueled now. Oh, that's not a good sign. Here goes a Corsair. Oh, and the fact that those mining bags are missing from that Golem is not a good sign either. All right. Let's try this first and then we'll... Nope, can't do it. All right. Oh my gosh, look at this hangar queue. I'm going to try, since we're having to wait in a hangar queue anyway, let me try another landing pad. These guys aren't parked here because they're not working. That can't be right. Loving the paint on that C1 right there. That's pretty sweet. There we go. That one's working. And what is that parked right next to us? That is the new Perseus. I like that paint on there. Got a Perseus on both sides of us. Look at all the life out here at Levski. So many players. There goes a Gladius. Well, since we're just sitting here, I might as well fly through the hole in this rock. Performance out here in NYX is still a little, just a little shaky. What do we have here? Looks like a reclaimer. All right, we're now number 3 in the hangar queue. Wow. Good to know. Let me see what missions are available out here while we're floating around. Let's go sit over here and wait like everybody else. All right, so for contracts, what we want to do. Wow, that's a Levski to Orison just for a beginning cargo hauling opportunity. Wow. Orison to Crusader, and then so you got to collect all this. Yeah, the intersect defense solution. This is the guy that we want to take out the a pretty beefy ship for. I know I tried this mission in the PTU and it kind of failed on me, but it was like 5 guys attacking you at once. Just to get through this one for the and how about on scraping? What do we got for scraping out there? Let's see what we got for collection. That's for delivery. All right, we're now number 1. There goes another cutter right there, or clipper, sorry. But what we'll try first is we'll try getting in a Golem and doing some mining tonight. See what we can see here. I'm just curious, can you put the wings up manually? Oops. We'll hop back in here. Wow. 111 in queue now. That's great. All right, while we're waiting in queue here, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another soda. So I'll be right back with you guys. All right, everybody. We're getting back in the game now. Don't know if I'm going to be floating in my cutter at NYX or if I'm going to be not sure what's going to happen since we had to wait in a big queue. So we'll see what happens here. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, make sure you hit that gear icon. Watch in 4K, please. And if you like my stream, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys watching tonight. Always glad to be out in the verse with other players, especially on a live stream. So I'm thinking about putting together a weekly live stream with my subscribers where you guys can join me on the Discord and we can friend up and party up in game and maybe go do some mining or something else. So let me know what you guys think about that idea. And we'll live stream it all, of course. The fact that it's taken so long to get in is a good sign, not a bad one. 100 players in queue, though. And if you're on Twitch, hit that 1080p source. Same thing on X. You know, us streamers, we go to all this trouble to do AV1 encoding and give you the best possible quality and the whole 9 yards. And we still have some streaming platforms out there that don't allow us to stream in 4K. Kind of weird. I get it. There's some cost involved in infrastructure and all that, you know. As a former IT guy, I get it, but still. Dang, it is taking a while to hop back in, though. Come on. All right, is the PU going to let me back in or what? So the plan is we'll take the Golem out. We'll do a little, we'll crack some rocks. I got to run down to the refinery in Levski real quick and pick up a couple of Sabirs. If you guys watch my latest video, you know I don't leave home without them, especially in this part of the universe. I just have a bad feeling this is about to time out on me. I'm trying to hang with it just so we don't lose my clipper here and get pushed back to New Babbage. And if you're just joining us, welcome back to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live tonight in the verse, or we're attempting to be anyway. We got punched into a hangar or into a player queue. And we've been sitting here waiting, so I'm going to try and alt F4 out and try and get back in here real quick. If we can't get into the hotfix version, we'll just hop back one version and go back to the live. We'll try this one more time. And I may be region locked here. Let's see. Yep, I am. But we got put into a different server instance, so that's good. Let's see if this one behaves a little bit more. Hey Kendall, welcome to the stream, my friend. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Is it's not great. Well, first we had to wait for a 500-second hangar queue, then got booted, then tried to get back in, and that's kind of where we're at right now. but I am on the hotfix version of the PU, so it looks like we'll have more, hopefully a little bit more success this time, just based on what I'm seeing. Yep. And look at that. We ended up in Levski. Fantastic. So we don't have to go all the way back from, let me change my controls here. Turn off chat because we don't care about that. And we're in the armor that we were supposed to be in. I still have my weapon, and I'm sure we're just going to have to claim the clipper when it's time. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a golem. But first, I need to run down to the refinery, make sure I have a couple of Sabirs in the backpack here. I want to make sure we can... Man, the elevator's taking forever tonight, too. Hey, what up? Nice beard, bro. Make sure I have my controls set up for VoIP here. Nope. Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, well, rolling with the shades too, huh? All right. So I got the performance stats up here in Levski for you guys in the top left-hand corner. And as you can see, the RTX is working tonight. Everybody's rolling with their pay armor. I'm rolling with the loot armor tonight. Yep, there's some more pay armor right there. And for those who haven't been to Levski yet, you don't tell the elevator where to go, you ride it. So we're at level 0 right now. Liking that armor, man. That's nice. He's all packed up with the FS9 mags. You guys see that? Performance gets a little bit better down here in the refinery, but not much. We're still struggling a little bit here. Okay. So step 1 is we want to load up on a couple of things. First of all, let's make sure we got our backpack selected. And I'm carrying a heavy backpack because I want to carry a couple of these. I'm going to carry 4. And we can't buy, unfortunately, we can't buy the Optimax here. I may take a Bormax just in case. I might take 1. Okay, and then I want to make sure that I have my ships here ready to go. By the way, if you guys didn't know, the Drake Golem that you can buy in Teach's ship shop actually has a faster quantum drive. So let's see what we got here. So there's our mining laser. So we're going to need some. I'm going to throw a stampede on it tonight, but I'm going to buy a bunch of surge modules as well. Buy 20 of those guys. So when the mold's ready, we can be all stocked up for that. But stampede. And we're going to buy some Rigers as well. So I'm going to throw a Riger C3 on this thing for my active. Sorry, for the passive module. We'll buy 5 of those, have 5 of those on board. All right, so here's basically my Golem loadout. We should already have all A-grade components on here. Let me double check, though. Nope, we do not. That sucks. All right, well, we'll have to fix that later. We're not going to be using the quantum drive out here anyway. That's interesting how I have my coal heart paint on here, but nothing else. All right, so what we're going to do is go to utility, and we're going to throw a Riger in the top module slot here, and then I'm going to throw a Stampede in the bottom. All right, and then we're going to check our backpack. We're going to make sure we have our stuff, and I'm just going to pick up some cruise luxes here, and then we're out of here. That way we don't die of dehydration out there in the belt. Okay, and we come back here and we wait for the lift, and we're going to go to level 1, customs. That's very interesting armor you have there. Oh, this thing's taking a while. Is there another one? Let's see. Okay. Are you on VoIP, or is anybody on VoIP anymore? Okay, we're not getting off here. We're actually going back to the level 1. There we go. All right, and we'll head back through customs. And let me get my helmet back on here. And back down to the hangar, and we'll get the Golem outfit, and we'll go crack some rocks. Looking for lindinium, terranite, of course, quantanium. Let's go and get our Golem called up here. And do I already have a prospector out here? Let's take a look. Yes, I do. Let me see what the prospector has on it real quick. Oh, yeah. But we're running an arbor on this thing. Oh, there's a helix, though. And then we can run a Riger C3 on top of that. And then we can run a Stampede on top of that. All right. You guys want to see the Golem tonight or the prospector? I've been promising the Golem, so we'll start out with that. If you guys want to see the prospector, let me know. All right. So unlike Pyro, you get the full hanger animation here. They don't just appear. Performance really improves once you get into the hanger here. But we can change mining heads on everything except for the mole. So, you know, because it's IE and they break it during IE every year. I guess they want all those miners to come back to the barn and buy some ships. I'm just being facetious, of course, or am I? All right. There is our gorgeous Golem. Let's go take a look at her. You know, you can pull 700,000 in this ship an hour. If you're good at scanning and finding rocks, and then you keep your route short, you know, from your mining spot to your refinery, you know, you can do a lot of trips in an hour. So we're just gonna do one. And I'm running the all blacked out Golem paint on this thing. There we go. strangely enough, we have no headlights on this thing that are working anyway. All right, so try not to run into stuff. Whoa, that was close. Okay, and I don't think there are any jump points out here for the Glacium belt. Yeah, pretty much it's the gateways. So what we'll do is we'll just head towards the sun. NYX here. Oh yeah, beautiful. I'm going to throw a scan out there, make sure that my vector indicator is not pointed at anything. There we go. Nice shot for you guys out there. And Tim's wanting to know what part of the universe I like better, NYX, Pyro, or Stamp. Well, right now I got to give all my love to Pyro. NYX is cool. It's just there's not a lot of places to go yet. I know that they're building it out with missions and things like that, but pretty much it's all the belt right now. Okay, we're going to get into the nav SCM mode just to increase our velocity here. Love mining in Pyro though, especially on Ignis and Monox and Bloom. And I think Pyro is really pretty as well. All right, what we'll do is we'll throw a scan out here in a little bit and see what we can see. Nothing quite yet. And I'm going to get my radar pushed out to 60 kilometers. Oh my, look at all the people out here. There goes a Corsair. Tons of people out here. Look at this. Okay. Let's go ahead and kill our velocity here. And let's get a scan out. Okay, there's our rock. What do we got? So we got an M-type to start our night. Okay, we'll slow our velocity here. There she is. Let's see if I might have read that somebody was having problems tonight mining in NYX. So let's find out. Nope, it looks all good to me. So we got a 16K rock, a lot of torite. I'm going to pass. Let's go find something else. Let's get our scan angle adjusted out to 90 here. Let's see if we can line up. There it is. Let's see if we can get a scan out for that here in just a moment. I think it's, is it under 3 kilometers? There she is. I see the rock right there. Not being able to scan it though is not good. There we go. Okay, we have ourselves another M-type, but it's not scanning out. There we go. Another one. 21 on that guy. Another 1850 and a 5550, and what do we got over here? A 16,000. That's going to be salvage. I'm excited to try the new salvage rig out tonight, so we'll start with this one, the closest one first. It's getting a lot of positive press out of the scrapers in the verse. Okay, so we got a triple. So hopefully we'll have something we can pop a mining gadget on. So we got some 3M types here. Nuts. Let's try this again. It says scanned. No bueno on that one. That one says scan too. Okay, let's try the old trick here. Yeah, it's not. Okay, let's keep on trucking. And Kendall says he was running out of, he was running out of a Carrack hanger with the Salvation. That's nice. Yeah, that is the nice thing about the Salvation is you can park that thing. If you have a decent sized hanger, you can park it in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, Torite, that's a small rock. Let's keep on looking. But at least we're scanning out tonight on most stuff, so that's good. We've only run into one set of rocks we can't deal with. Yeah, Kendall, I wonder if that thing will fit in a Polaris, the Salvation. Probably should, right? Okay, here's our next rock of the night. Let's go ahead and throw a scan at it. What a beautiful night in NYX. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live in the hotfix version of the PU tonight. Dang, a ton of Torite. And we are out here mining in the Golem tonight because they decided to break the mole for IE. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. The mole just happens to be broken during IE again. I'm sure it's all a coincidence that it happens every year. But anyway. Nice. So Kendall's saying you can get a Salvation and a Golem in the Polaris if you want to use it as like a mothership. Go way out into the Glacium belt, and you can obviously you can spawn on it. All right, more Torite. Okay, let's try something else. Let's start skipping the M types. Not liking what I'm seeing here with these. 8,000, that's salvage. What do we got over here? 4,000 is salvage. 6,000 is salvage. Okay, what do we got? 1720. Let's try that. And a 1900. So we got two good possibilities here. Now the big question, Kendall, is can you fit the Salvation on the cargo elevator of the Perseus? Because then you got a nice little gunship you can go. Okay, we got ourselves an S-type this time. Let's go check it out. Okay. We're not out here to mine that, so let's keep on trucking. There's a 1900. And if you're just joining us tonight, we are out in the Glacium belt, out in NYX, mining in our Golem. With pretty much the same configuration I went over in my latest YouTube video. Okay, let's get out of let's get into the nav SCM mode and move a little bit further out into the belt here. The Golem is just so nimble and so fast. You know, she's moving at a kilometer a second right now. You can really move around in this ship. And I'm a big fan of pretty much everything Drake at the moment. All right, let's decel a little bit, throw a scan out and see what else we got. You guys know how the verse is. Sometimes she serves up nice rocks, sometimes she doesn't. Another M-type. And we're just chill mining out in the belt here. Hopefully we're going to find something worth cracking. I actually have not looked at the torite prices per SCU. I may stop and do that here in just a moment. Okay, so when we get an inert material like this, all you have to do is fire at this thing, okay, and then redeploy. Let me see what the going price is on torite. Last time I checked, it was pretty bad. But let me head out to Regolith real quick. I don't even think it's worth, I still don't think it's worth market price calculator. Torite, and let's just say we have 30 SCUs of it. And what is it going for these days? Well, 601,000 for 30 SCU. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. How big is this rock? 5589. Let's see if we can find something a little bigger. I'd like something it's a little bit more challenging for the Golem tonight. There's a 1720 over there. Let's see if we can find something twice that big. Maybe 3 times bigger. Beautiful paint though. Look at this. One thing I do like about the belt that makes it really beautiful is everything is moving. All these asteroids are moving. All right, where's my rock here? There she is. Okay, we got ourselves an S-type. Okay, once again, you guys are seeing that we have inert listed, so just change SCM modes, fire at it, go back. Okay, so quartz and inert still, so that's not anything we're interested in. Gotta watch it with the Golem though, she accelerates quick. 1850 and a 1900. Let's go check out the we'll check out this one next. Well, like I said, if you happen to run into something that's showing 100% inert, that is not true. Just fire your weapons at it, go back to mining mode, and it'll finally scan out for you. This is the same trick we had to use back in version 3.x of the verse. Okay, so that's pretty big on mass, right? Okay. And Georgie, thanks for subscribing, my friend. Greatly appreciated. So we have a 54 resistance, 24 mass. I don't know. Why not? Let's pop out here real quick. See if we can pop it with a C3 and a Stampede maybe. But first, Let's go ahead and get this in the correct. There we go. All right, there's our Sabir. She's on flip over since it's on upside down from the way we planted it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get up nice and close and see what she's going to do for us. So we got a waveform accuracy starting out at 34%. And I'm not very hopeful that we're in a good spot here because I'm not seeing that move at all. Oh, we went all the way up to 89% though. $87, $89. Come on, get me into the 90s. Perfect. That'll work. Okay, let's get back into our chair here. And this might be a little bit, this is a pretty big rock, so for the Golem, so we'll take a crack at it, see what we can see. Now we got that resistance down a little bit. And I'm going to get on the light side of the rock just to give me a little bit better perspective here. Notice how that optimal improved a little bit for us once we turned our laser on. And it might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. Let me get a little closer here. Yep, going to be a little bit too much rock for us. We can kiss it and still can't move that charge level. Yep, no bueno. All right. Let me go get my Sabir off that thing. All right. And technically you can put it on the bottom of your backpack too. There we go. Give you guys a little flyby on this Golem from the outside with this dark paint on it. All right, let's get back in the cockpit and find something a little bit smaller. You guys can tell I still haven't figured out the inertia problem in EVA yet, so we're having a little pebcac error. As we say in IT, problem is between the keyboard and the chair. All right, we got our mining gadget back. Nothing lost. Let's keep on trucking. See what else we can find here. Okay, so 2420, that's gonna be salvage. There she is. Throw a scan on this E-type and see what we can see. Okay, barrel quartz and inert junk rock. "13 kilometers out, we got another nice signature here, so we'll go check it out." Okay, there's some torite for us. And just so we see, our resistance right now is at 55%. This high instability is all right. I could go put a Sabir on it, but no need. And we can kind of control things a little bit with just by backing off. That's another nice thing about the Golem, is that you can always back off if you overcharge or if you want to drop your power level a little bit. To a point, you got to stay within this optimal range over here, but that is a beautiful sight, my friends. Look at that. Then we'll bring this up a little bit. I'll back off just a bit, just to help control that energy level a little bit more with the distance. Another thing I really like about being in the Prospector and the Golem, that you're in a pilot's chair at the same time. And look at that. We're just going to ride the optimal all the way through here. No big deal. That instability makes things really fun, though. Probably could have put a Optimax or a Bore Max on it, but I'm not sure how the cluster modifier is interacting with Torite yet, so we'll have to figure that out. And there's our break. And let me fix my controls here real quick. Go to key bindings. Mining and switch, and I changed this. All right, and there's our first collection of the night. %5 on that shard will pass. %. It's interesting how it lists the 9% first and then 90% second, isn't it? All right, we got 10 SCU of Torite on board already. Yeah, we'll take the 41%. Why not? All right. So we got a 5% shard there. We haven't looked at this one yet. I want to go back with as much as I can. With these smaller bags, you just don't have... Let's see what we got here. 33%. So yeah, we'll go ahead and grab this one too. That'll get us up to 15 SCU, which according to Regolith is about 300K right there, which can't be right. That can't be right. Okay, 29,000. That's what I thought. Okay. And actually, it's going to be less than that. All right. Okay, let's get the mining head back in here. Now let's go check out this one down here. Yeah, so it looks like 32 SC of Torites around 29,000. So still not really worth mining. But we got to break something tonight, so. Where is all that lindenium at? Got ourselves another M-type. Okay, in 1870, I'm interested there. Q-type, I like those. Once upon a time, that was almost a guarantee right there. Not anymore. All right, Terranite, we'll go ahead and take that. Oh, this is only 1609 though. Let's see if we can find something a little bigger. 12,000. $18.50. These M-types are everywhere. That instability does not give me a lot of hope. And that is a no scan right there. Nada. Okay. Yeah, just based on what I'm seeing in the market price finder, Torite's pretty much useless everywhere in the universe. Okay, we got ourselves some gold. Quartz. I think we're going to skip out on the gold tonight. And Kendall's saying a lot like Halo, very hit and miss. Yeah, it is. I've had a couple of veteran miners tell me that the planet side or moon side is a lot more productive. So in this case, if it's not saying inert, and it's just not going to scan out at all. Yeah, it's not helpful that half the stuff we're finding right now just won't scan, period. Okay, P-type. Let's go see what that is. Let's see if we can get a winner here. Okay, it's inert, right? So let's shoot it. 3247 Bexelite. Okay. We got another one 4 kilometers out, so let's go check it. I may just stop checking out singles with all this lack of production we're having tonight. Okay, 2300, not great. Yeah, these are all going to be the same. Okay. Well, we'll try a couple more and then we'll just head back to the barn and start some scraping. Get everything allocated to get that boost refilled quicker. Oh, that's a 32K. That's a nice little asteroid right there. We're in a mole. Okay, we got a 1900 out. Really don't want to mine gold tonight. Let's go look at this one 4 kilometers out. That one's close. Yeah, the belt's just not being very nice tonight. Not one asteroid with lindinium in it or anything. All right, well, there's some terranite. So we'll grab this. Bring that power level way down. There we go. No need to put a Sabir on this one, even though the resistance is high. Save those for the larger rocks. Nice easy break on the pitman here. Not bad at all. And we'll just pick the shard with the highest amount of terranite. Like that one right there. There we go. Got a little terranite out of the deal. Back to Levski. And I'm very curious to see if we can store this thing. They fixed that in the hotfix yet. And as you can see, we ended up about... Let me get into the right SCM mode here. About 250 kilometers out of Levski. And the mining wasn't that great. Not in that direction anyway. We'll try another direction next time. right, we're coming in fast here. So we'll slow down a bit. Get into the hangar queue, which I'm sure there's going to be one. Or not. I was wrong about that. And it looks like our hangar is going to be right here. This is one of the cool things built right into the tunnel here through the asteroid. Pretty sweet. All right. To store or not to store? Let's find out. I saw a golem with no bags out there on the landing pad, so I'm kind of guessing what kind of predicament we're going to be in here, but let's go find out. Is it going to be a claim situation? What's it going to be? Or will it just store for us finally? Surely they wouldn't release this to the PU without being able to store your ship, right? Hey, look at that. We got a winner. Maybe. Yep, we got a winner. Fantastic. Let's go get our refinery job started. And for those that are not familiar with Levski, it's down to customs first. Then you go up to the lift and up down to sub-level 3. Do I have some? I do. Good. Oh my, look at all this payware armor out here tonight. Which one's going to show up first? Oh, there we go. What up, fellas? And we're looking for sub-level 3. This is sub-level 2. So what I'll do is I'll just do a tiny refinery job just for the... Oh, interesting. Is there anything in the mall? Nope. Okay. And we'll do Farron exchange, and we'll go ahead and do the Terranite and the Torite. Why not? Get a quote and confirm. And then we're going to go over here to the ore sales and sell off the junk, so that way we clear the bags. Yeah, and that'll give us that'll cover our fuel at least, right? 11,000 on that one. Perfect. All right. All right, let's see if we can go do some scraping. Or actually, do we want to do some do we want to try and do a mission in the Perseus first? I wonder. See if we can go get shot at. Maybe. Ay, ay, ay. Man, the performance here is just... Let's see how long it's going to take to claim my Perseus here. Yes. There's the Polaris Perseus. Yeah, 9 minutes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a little bit of scraping real quick. So let's grab the brand new RSI Salvation. And I'll call that up from the hangar here in just a moment. So that way we're not standing around for 9 minutes. We can go out and do some scraping real quick. Scraping or scrapping? Either way. Let's take care of this little problem we're having real quick. Seems like they've gotten a little bit aggressive with the dehydration. If you haven't seen the Salvation yet, there's no rooms or anything like that. It's just a pure beginner salvage ship. 100%. All right, but I did throw A-grade components on it at least. So where are we at? Expedited. Retrieve. This is the first time I've ever seen this thing in person. And here she is. All right, so this is the rear of the ship where we, I'm assuming where we store the containers. Pretty cool paint. Very interesting looking ship. Okay. Love how the seat pops out like the Golem. All right, let's get it powered up. Oh, and it's got the new MFDs in it like the Perseus does. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's take a look at her from the outside. Very interesting. Very cool. And we have a ton of debris. Right outside the hangar. Oh, that's funny. All right. Boy, those arms go way out, don't they? Let's get the gear up. And what can we do about power allocation? Let's take a look here. Loving the new MFDs though. Very cool. So I have 6 available to engines and shields. Still have 2 left. And we can't allocate any more of the salvage beam. So we have an overabundance of energy here. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the nav SCM mode and get some speed going here. So this is the brand new Salvation. And we're going to do some scrapping out here in the Glacium Belt. I'm just going to put a little distance between us and Levski. Really liking the visibility out of this too. Very nice. And let's get our radar pushed out to 60 kilometers and see if there's anything out there. Nope. Okay, our vector indicator is right on that rock, so we're going to give it a little vertical thrust here. There we go. Okay, we can probably slow down now. Let's get into scan mode. So we got ourselves a rock. Yeah, let's just get everything allocated to the engines. There we go. There we go. Let's go take a look at what we got here. Oh, wow. 3 Q types. Of course that happens when I'm in a Salvation after we spent all that time in the Golem. Moving at 1,149 meters a second. Probably need to slow down. I feel like I'm overflying these things. All right, back into nav SCM because we're getting nothing pinging out this direction. Not a thing. Wow. Change directions here. Well, got to give this ship credit. She moves fast. There we go. 1800 to 1900. We got some asteroids. There we go. That's what we're looking for right there. Debris. That's what we want to see. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, let's get the cruise control off, get back into coupled mode here. And watch how far these things go out. Way out there. And we're scraping in the brand new Salvation. Get out of this for just a moment. There we go. Coupled mode, please. Pretty interesting little ship. Okay, let's pop around the other side here. Get out of gimbal mode. And what do the lights look like on this thing? Oh yeah, look at that. So what do you think? We'll get probably 2 SCU out of this, right? Well, we're already at 2.3. And we got a lot more out here, so not going to waste too much more time on this one. We got a lot more scraps out here, so let's go see what else we got. Get out of gimbal mode here. I gotta watch a video of the guys in the reclaimer sometime just to see what they do. And for you scrap guys that are on the stream, I want to let you know I do mining industrial gameplay. I don't spend a lot of time scrapping, as you can tell. But I wanted to try out this new ship tonight. And let's see why my keyboard has stopped working. All right. There we go. The new Salvation. Very interesting. Let's go check out some other debris over here. 912. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. Tonight we are mining, scrapping, and soon we're going to be getting shot at. We're going to take the Perseus out on a somewhat difficult mission where we got a lot of people shooting at us. And for you veteran scrappers, don't make fun of me too bad. I deserve it, but I don't spend a lot of time scrapping, so. But I wanted to give everybody wanted to take a look at this and. Okay, nothing on that other side. Okay, where's my other? Got 4.1 so far. Okay, what else we got out here? I got that one. Got that one. Oh, there's a nice little piece right there. Let's check that one out. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Alpha Infinity Tech. We're live in the verse tonight, in the hotfix version of it anyway. Trying out some new ships, checking out new parts of NYX. After we get done doing some scrapping here, we're going to get the Perseus out and go get shot at. All right, let's see where we're at. 5.8 out of 6. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure the Vulture and the Fortuna are at 32. All right. Filler station full. So, is my armor going to prevent me from... Are you kidding me? It is. Wow. It is. Totally is. Can't see the screen because we're wearing too much freaking armor. All right. Well, that means we're only going to be half full tonight. Let me see if I can. Good to know. Don't wear this type of armor, at least not here. So we'll, because we could have processed this and we still have room left. So that is the new Salvation. I'm liking it. She's very maneuverable, to say the least. And for a ship this size, she should be. All right, let's get a hangar. And there it is. All right, what we'll do is we'll go get rid of the armor here and then get back in the cockpit and process this. Oof. That was all this debris hanging out down here. All right, let's get the power turned off for the moment. And let's get rid of the suit. And then we'll go see if this mission works. Let's go to storage here. All right, back out to the ship here. Let's see if we can get a job going. And then we'll get the Perseus called up here. Okay, we don't have to have the power on to do this. So we're just going to select auto eject. And there they come. Look at that. I'm sure there's more than one. There's got to be three, right? And then what happens? Does it stack them right underneath? Yep, it does. Okay, let's go ahead and help it out here. Luckily, I have a multi-tool on me with a tractor. I believe there's a button on the rear of the ship here. Deploy. There we go. Look at that. We'll stick that right over to send this all over to our hangar. There's one. I think that's the perfect salvage ship for beginners. No doubt about it. Like me, for example. And there's going to be a total of 6. So technically we could have got another, I believe, 6 SCU and then just processed it back here after taking these out. All right, we'll send this down the cargo elevator. Nice little productive outing there. There it goes. And let's get the Salvation parked. There she goes. And let's get our armor back on. And where's our helmet here? All right, we're going to leave the hangar so we can call up the Perseus next. I'm glad that you're able to store ships now. That's great. It's the little things. So back up to customs. All right. And let's go ahead and call up this guy. I doubt it's being called up into my small hangar, but that's what it said. All right. Where is she? She's nowhere. I love it when this happens. And now it's going to be in a claim state, I bet. Man. Nope. Just didn't retrieve it at all. And while we're waiting on the Perseus, let's go ahead and get our contracts accepted here. So we want Intersect Defense Solutions. That's the 86K one. And it is advised to bring a women for support. Sounds perfect. So let's wait for our Perseus to get up here, and then we'll go see if we can get shot at. So the pilot can control a small set of the guns on there, not the big ones on the front, obviously. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful paint. Okay, gorgeous paint on this thing. Wow. Okay, let's get the elevator called. This thing's kind of a pain to get around in, actually. It's either down or up on the initial elevator, so it does not take you all the way up. And then we're going to go up here. And then we're going to do the ladder. Go all the way up to the top. And then here's the bridge. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go find it. We'll go find the target, or as I like to say, we'll become the target. And there she is. And you have to crew the big guns on the top and the bottom. So there is no flight blade or anything like that. So the pilot gets the small one behind the bridge and the torpedoes. This reminds me of a ship in Elite Dangerous. I can't remember what the name of it was, but and off we go. Let's go get shot at. So this is the new RSI MFDs right over here. Pretty cool. I like them. It's interesting how we can't allocate another one to the weapons. Not in this SCM mode anyway. And there she is. If you guys are enjoying the stream tonight, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. And you're about to watch me get murdered. Maybe. Such a cool ship, though. Just a beast. All right. All right, let's get the let's see if we can get shot at. I'm sure we can. All right, so we're 30 something kilometers out from the last known location. We'll accelerate out here. She's a big beast of a ship, though. Not as big as the Idris, obviously, or the Polaris, honestly. All right, we'll go ahead and decel, slow down. Let those shields come online. There we go. That's our target right there. And how far is this guy out? He's about the same. Okay. So we want to kill this guy first, no matter what. All right, let's see what we can do here. If anything. There go those PDCs. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is so cool. Loving the PDCs. Probably not the best ship to do this mission in with, but either way. All right, let's get a little speed going because our shields are down. And let those recover a little bit. And where is my... Okay, so we have 6 left. Let's give them all to the shield generator. Well, can't get those to fire for some reason, so... Well, I told you I was going to get shot at tonight. I wasn't kidding. Uh-oh. Shield's down again. Well, the good news is the Perseus can take a beating. I love the PDCs though. Those are so sweet. Oh, this thing handles like a bus. I gotta tell you, these pilot controlled weapons are eh. She's taking a beating for sure. Okay. Why can't we get a missile to go here? Oh, those are actually torpedoes, aren't they? Let's see if we can knock down some of these less. Very difficult to maneuver, that's for sure. Oh, great. Not even hurting them. Getting worked. Well, we're out of ammo there. We're pretty much. All right, time to go. Well, the Perseus is not the right. If it was multi-crewed, we would have made short work of these guys, but just me by myself, not so great. Oh yeah, she got beat up a little bit. Tough mission though. Went through all our ballistic ammo, all of it. But do really like those PDCs. Wonder how much damage we did to the old Perseus here. Let's go find out. But we did do it all tonight. We did a little bit of mining. We did a little bit of scraping. And we got shot at. So not a bad night. In the Star Citizen universe anyway. This thing, on the other hand, very interesting. Looks like the radar is working now. It was not in the P2. At least I didn't have any success with it. And I just want to see, once we get back to Levski here, I want to see if I can climb into one of the gunner seats and see what it looks like here. Before we get into the armistice zone. Oh yeah, she's smoking. The bridge is smoking. Gunner seat. See what this looks like. The pipes are bursting. And if we just wanted to enter remote turret. And I'm not going to shoot this guy, obviously, but let's get the shields up first. Yeah, see this, how the pipes are not looking so great? There we go. So the remote turret that you enter from this seat is not the big guy on the front of the ship. It's the one underneath. And more ballistics. And there's our round count right there. Okay, so that's in that seat. Let's go see what's in the other one. Well, we took an absolute beating when we got out there. That's the co-pilot. This is the captain's quarters right here. So yeah, look at all this. This is cool. So we should be able to go down the ladder here and enter the big turret right as we will. Okay, this is the lower deck, so I don't think this is the right one. Yeah, that's the cargo hold. There's the lower turret right there. Okay, so look at that. So you got the Manises on group 1. Oh my. And how much coverage do we have? That's pretty sweet. He's out of range, so. So you got 800 of these big rounds, and then you have 1,800 rounds of ballistic in the Gatlins. That's pretty cool. So we have to go up, I believe, one deck. To this one right here. To get to the other one on the front of the ship. But that is really cool how it's all getting a lot of smoke and steam and all sorts of terrible things happen since we got beat up so bad by those guys. Okay, back into the pilot seat. Not sure what the co-pilot does. All right, we'll head back to the barn, and that I'm gonna have to figure out what ship I'm gonna do that mission in. Do we try to go in stealth and just take him out with an Aegis Eclipse? Do we go in with like a Guardian MX all armored up and see if we can take on 6 guys at once? Or do we try to find a buddy? I don't know. Still 43 kilometers out from Levski. Okay, let's get the party sped up here. Definitely need to be multi-crewed to be effective in combat, though, that's for sure. All right, do we get a hangar or does it a dock? Oh. A docking port. Yikes. Yep, and there it is, sure enough. Oh, goody. We get to do this tonight. All right. Docking port's not on the other side, is it? No, it's right there. All right, where the heck's my new docking at? Let's go see. Docking port 4. Okay, let's give this a shot. See if this will cooperate. There's an 890 jump sitting down there. So many ship parts just floating around. Uh-oh, there went my MFDs. That's not great. Kind of a random thing that happens at the moment. I don't know. That looks pretty darn good to me. Docking sucks. Out here. Like, that's pretty close. But I'm not getting the square. Oh, there it is. At all. That thing is way off. And auto docking is definitely not working. I'm not even getting the... So that's why all these things are parked on the freaking tarmac out there. On the pads. And this square should be somewhere other than here. Let's see if we can just completely... Okay. It's saying that is... This is just not a pleasant process at all. And I feel like, see, there's the docking port right there. But it's having me position completely opposite of what you would think. Let's try a different one. Yeah, he didn't get docked either. Everybody's trying to dock tonight. Unless our docking port is on the other side. Surely not. Nope. Okay. Yeah, nothing's happening right here at all. There's our docking port. There's our on the ship. Nothing. Okay. All right, folks. Well, that's going to be it for me tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream, and it was good having everybody on. Thanks for joining. Please give me a thumbs up on the stream tonight, and we will see you guys again soon. Check out the YouTube channel for the latest videos, and make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. And we'll see you again on a live stream soon. Thanks for joining me tonight.